This video covers the programs which are based on selection. Now we will see the first program on selection here. The question is this way: design an application to check whether a number is odd or even. Then what is the logic for this particular program? A number has to be divided by 2 and its remainder has to be equals to 0. If the remainder is equals to 0, then that number we just call here the even number. If the remainder is 1, in that case we just call here that number as odd number. Design of the window is very simple here. Two labels are taken. Label 1, you can just check in the properties window. Then label 2 and text box 1, text box 2, right? Then button 1. And for this window, title is given with odd even, right? This can be entered via the property text property, right? Label 1 we can just see here in the text property. The caption is provided, that is enter number. Result, it is entered via the text, right? This way we can enter. And for button 1, check is given, right? Okay, let's see the properties table here. Before I just go for properties table, first you have to draw this window. Once this window drawing is done, later we have to write the properties table. In properties table, 3 columns are taken. One is tool or control, the second one is property, the last one is value here. Label 1 text property, and what caption was given? Enter number. Label 2 text property, result, right? Text box 1 text property, this will be blank, don't write anything here. Then text box 2 property text, and this also will be blank. Then the last one is button 1 property text, and the value is check. The main coding is given to the button 1, that is check. Once we just click on this one, the result will be displayed in the text to box here, right? Let's see the coding part of this one. Just do double click on this one. Once we just do double click here, this will begin with public class, and the class name is odd even. This I'll be telling you later. Then what is public here? Public indicates here what? This indicates that this particular field is available outside the class. This is something like which is having unlimited access, and then comes out with the class, and the class name is odd even. How this class name has come? Think that right now when we go for adding a new form, at the time of adding a new form, when we provide the form name there, the same name will appear here also. That is class name, that is odd even. I just click on this one here, project add windows form. I just provide here, the extension is VB here, right? That is Visual Basic, and I just provide here program 1. Okay, I just click on this one, right? It has come. I just do double click. Once we go for code designer window, we can just see here program 1 has come. The same thing is applied for odd even. I just close this one. Later we have here private subroutine. What is this private subroutine here? In case of private indicates here, this is accessible only within the class. Apart from that, the name of the subroutine is button 1 underscore click, and then handles button 1 click indicates here. This will handle the click event of the tool or the control, that is button 1. And here the event arguments are, one we have the sender, the other one is of E. Both are the variables here. By val indicates here what? By val indicates here by value. Both the object sender and E are prefixed with by value. What this means? This means that object will be passed by value. This indicates that if we change the value inside the subroutine, it will not affect or it will not change the value of the object which has been passed. The two objects sender and E. Sender is of type system.object and E is of type system.event_args. Then here, when I just call here system.object, the sender of system.object, what this indicates here? This will store a reference to the control or a tool. That is nothing but, for example, which button was clicked. But as per the design, we have just only one button, right? Suppose think that we have around 4 buttons are there. In that case, it has to recognize which button was clicked, right? Now coming to the object E of type, that is system.event_args, what this indicates here? This will provide you the information about the event. Here event indicates here what? Whether it is of a mouse button, click, double click or mouse down, or whether it is of key press, that like, right? Okay. Next here comes out with the declaration of variables, where this will begin with dim. Dim indicates here dimension. 2 variables are taken. One is n and r, which is of data type integer data type. To enter the number here, right? Via the text box 1, the number will be entered. What we enter, that will be of text type. It has to be converted to number type using val function. Val indicates here the value, where this is mainly used to convert from text to number data, right? Okay, what is done here? Val function is taken, and within the set of parentheses, what is taken here? Text box 1. Right, because the input will be entered via the text box 1 and the property will be what here? Text, right? That is taken in the parenthesis, right? Because it's a function where it is used to convert from text to number, and that later it will be stored in the variable n. Next here we have R, where we are going to perform the calculation here. N mod 2. Mod is a modulo division operator or modulus operator, which is mainly used to provide the result of the remainder, right? For example, suppose if I just enter n as 4, right? 4 divided by 2. 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 4, the result of the remainder will be what? 0. 0 will be stored in R, right? Next comes out with the condition checking, and here this will begin with if statement, and within the set of parentheses R is taken. If R is equals to 0, then what happens? Whatever the input is there, that will be displayed where? In text box 2 dot text. Where it will be displayed? In text box 2, the same number will be displayed. And to display the message even number or odd number, we are using here the message box function. In message box function, this will take 3 different parameters. One is the message, the second one is the button number, and the last one is of title, right? Prompt is given with the message even number, button number is 1 and title is GCC. Suppose if I just take here n5, then 5 divided by 2, 2 2s are 4, then 5 minus 4 will be 1 will be the remainder, then R will be what? 1, right? In that case, it will go for the else part, and whatever the input is provided, that will be stored in where? That is text box 2, correct? The same number will be stored, and later we have here the message box function within the set of parentheses. This will take 3 different parameters. One is the message, that is prompt here, odd number. Next comes out with the button number. Then the title messages, GCC is provided here. End if, that is if statement will end with end if, and private sub will end with end subroutine, and later the public class will end with end class. To execute or to run this particular program here, we can just go back to debug menu, start debugging, or even we can make use of the shortcut key, that will be function key F5, or else just click on this button, start debugging. Just click on this one. Right now what has happened here? Some other different window we are seeing, right? Okay, what has to be done? Just close this one. Then go back to project, Windows application properties, and each time when we run the program, when we run the particular window here, we have to load that particular program. Just click on odd even, then close the window, right, and then click here. I think so all can see here, correct? Okay, I just enter here 4, then click. The same 4 is available, correct? And here we can see its message box function is used here. It will come out as one of the pop-up window. We can just see here in the title bar, GCC has come down and the message is even number, button is 1, for that sake OK cancel has come down, correct? Just click on OK, right? Suppose if I just enter here 5, then let's see what happens here. 5 has come, correct, and odd number, OK cancel buttons, then GCC title, right? Okay, I just close this one. Let's see with 0 button number, right? Then click on run. I just enter here 6. Right. Only OK button, correct? I just close. Last 2 parameters are optional in case of message box function. Even this can be removed. Let's see what happens. Then run. Okay, I just enter here 9. Then we can just see here window application 1 will appear on the title bar of the window, and odd number, then only OK button will appear. Suppose if the else part is removed, then this will become simple if then statement. We will be having the set of statements or the block of statements only for the true part. Let's go for the execution of this one. When I just enter here 6, click on check, 6 will be displayed, and here we have the message even number, then click OK. Suppose if I just enter here the number, odd number, click on check, we will not be having any result because we don't have any statements for the false part. After writing the program, at the end we have to write the results or the output window. In that case, the same window with all the parameters are to be written. Suppose if it is of even number here, this complete data has to be available at the time of writing. This is your output window, or output also we can just call here. Now we will see the second program on selection, and the question is this way. Design an application to find the larger of 2 numbers. The window design is very simple. 3 labels are taken, label 1, 2 and 3. We can see here in the properties. And 3 text box 1, 2 and 3 to display the result, the last one. And 2 buttons are taken, display and exit. Let's see the properties table here. The properties table is very simple here. 3 columns are available. Tool, property, value, label 1, text property, value is enter A, label 2 text property enter B, label 3 text property largest, text box 1, 2, 3 text property, this will be blank because the first two will go for input and the third text box will go for the display of the largest number, and two buttons are taken here. Where the button 1 will go for to find the largest of two numbers and second button is to exit. The main program to find largest of two numbers is allotted to this particular button, that is button 1, where the label is displayed. Just to double click on this one, this will go for code designer window. Public class and later we have large 2, that is the form name what is given here. Then private sub button 1 underscore click here because for the button 1 the main coding part is allotted. Then we have done the declaring of two different variables. To declare the variables, dim statement is used and these two variables are of integer type. And for the input 1 and input 2, it is entered via text box 1 and text box 2 via the text property here, correct? Once this is entered, whatever we enter via the text box, it will be of text type. It has to be converted to number type using val function. Val indicates here value which will be converted to number type and later it will be stored in the variable A and B. Text box 1 input will go for variable A and text box 2 number data will go to the variable B. If the condition 1 is given here, if A is greater than B, if this is true, then what happens here? Then A value will be displayed in text box 3, that is this one, right? Simultaneously we are going to display even the message via the message box function, that will be largest is E. Think that if this condition is false, in that case it will go for the else part. In else part what happens? The B data, the B value will be displayed where? In text box 3, correct? Simultaneously via message box we are going to display here the message, that will be largest is B. And if statement will end with endif and private sub will end with end subroutine. In VB.NET, the string, that is nothing but the text which is enclosed within the double quotes here. This string is nothing but which consists of group of letters or characters, or it can be even numbers, or it can be alphanumeric, or it can be even symbols also. Right now let's see the second button here, that is nothing but exit. The coding is very simple. I just do double click on this one. This will go for private sub button 2. End is the command, that is nothing but which is mainly used to close the window or the application here. Private sub will end with end sub and public class will end with end class. Now we will execute this particular program. Before we go for execution, just go back to project menu, window application properties, so that we have to load the form. Right now large 2, then close this one, then click on start debugging, enter the values here. I just enter here 10, the other one 20 for B. Click on display. And here we can just see here in text box 3, 20 is displayed, that is largest is B. Via the message box we can just see here largest is B. Then click on OK. Right now we shall change the value for A. I just enter here 30. Click on display here. Right now the largest value 30 is displayed in text box 3, and via the message box we can just see here the messages largest is A. Click OK. Before I just click OK, this entire window has to be drawn in the book while when you go for writing or in case of the examination here. Then click OK, then exit. It is mainly used to close the window or the application here. Now we will see the third program. The question is this way: design an application to check whether the number is positive, negative or 0. For this, the logic is very simple. If the number is above 0 or greater than 0, then in that case it's a positive number. If number is below 0, lesser than 0, in that case that will be negative number. If number is equals to 0, in that case that will be the 0. Right? Let's see the window here. The window is very simple. Here we have taken two labels, label 1, label 2, text box 1, text box 2, and two buttons are taken, button 1 and button 2. Let's see the properties table. Before I just go for properties table, first part will be of designing the window. This window has to be drawn in a particular book. After drawing this particular window, next comes out with the properties table. Here comes out with the properties table. Label 1 text property, the value is what? Enter number. Label 2 text property, value is result. Text box 1 and text box 2. Text property, and here value should not be entered. This will remain blank here. Then comes out with button 1 and button 2 text property, where the value is click and exit. Before I just proceed for coding part here, this particular program is based on if then else if statement here, and the main coding is given for the button 1, that is click here. I just do double click on this one, public class, and here comes out with the form, right? Private sub, this is for button 1 click, and here only one variable is taken, that is n, which is of integer type. To declare the variable in VB.NET, dim statement will be used here, and the input is entered via the text box 1, which will be converted to number type using the val function. Val indicates here value, which is mainly used to convert from text to number type here, right? Text box 1 will be taking the input dot the text property. This will be converted to number type and it will be stored in the variable n. Here comes out with the if statement here, and the condition is very simple. If n is greater than 0. If n is greater than 0, then what happens here? It will display the message positive, which is of text type. For that sake, it is taken in double quotes here, and that will be displayed in text box 2 dot text property here. Think that if condition 1 is false, in that case this will go for checking with the second condition here. Else if, then here comes out with the second condition, that is nothing but if n is lesser than 0, in that case what happens here? The message will be what? Negative, and this will be displayed where? In text box 2 here, right? Okay. Text box 2 dot text property. Think that if the input is 0, in that case the message will be what? 0. This will be displayed where? In text box 2, correct? And later if statement will end with endif, right? This already we have seen in the presentation part. And private sub will end with end subroutine, correct? Okay, let's go back to the design part here. There is one more button is there, which is for exit, to close the application, to close the window. Here we have taken one more button. Just do double click on this one. The coding is very simple, just end, right? And public class will end with end class, right? After this, just load this particular object, project window application properties, startup object to load the particular form, right? Then close. Let's go for debugging, execution. I just enter here a positive number. Message will be positive. Suppose if I just enter here negative number, negative. Suppose if I just enter here 0, then the result will be 0. then exit to close the application or the window. The last program of this video is based on nesting of if-else statement here. The question is this way: design an application to enter roll number, name, then 5 subject marks, later calculate total and average, and then print the result in the form of distinction, first class, second class, pass or fail. Right now, let's see the window for this particular program. Here comes out with the window here. There are total 10 labels are there. Label 1 to label 10, right? And 10 text boxes are available here. Text box 1 to text box 10 here. And 2 buttons are available, that is button 1 where the main coding is given, and button 2 to exit the window or to close the application, right? Okay, now we will go for the properties table here. The properties table is very simple here. Label 1 text property roll number, label 2 text property name of the student, label 3 text property subject marks 1, label 4 text property subject marks 2, label 5 text property subject marks 3, label 6 text property subject marks 4, label 7 text property subject marks 5, then label 8 text property will go for the display of total. Label 9 text property will go for the display of average. Label 10 text property will go for the display of result. Then later we have text box 1 to text box 10 text property, right? And here this will remain blank. We are not supposed to enter any data here because some will be taken as input, some will go for the display of the output here. Then button 1, button 2 text property, and here comes out with the caption, that is click and exit. Right now we shall go for the coding part. The main coding is given to the button 1, that is click. Just do double click on this one, and here comes out with public class and the result, right? Then private sub, button 1, click. And next we have the declaration of variables here. To declare the variables, dim statement will be used, and which is of integer data type here. Variables are M1, M2, 3, M4, M5 total, right? And average is taken of single data type here, right? And then marks for 5 different subjects will be entered from text box 3 to text box 7, right? From the text box 3 till the text box 7, the marks will be entered. Once it is entered, it has to be converted to number type using the val function, that is value, which is mainly used to convert from text to number. And later this will be stored in the variable M1 to M5, that is M1, 2, M3, M4 and M5. Then comes out with calculation of total. M1 plus M2, M3 plus M4 plus M5. Once the calculation is done, later it will be stored in the variable total, right? Total has to be displayed. To display the total here, this will go back to text box 8, correct? Alright. The total will be containing the final result, and that will be displayed onto the text box 8.text property here. Next comes out with average calculation. Average is nothing but total divided by number of subjects. Here number of subjects is what? 5. And to display the average, this will go back to where? Text box 9, correct? Right? Text box 9. Then the average result will be displayed onto the text box 9. Next comes out with the condition checking here, this part. For this particular case, The particular student has to pass in all the subject, then only the result will be displayed. And minimum marks to secure in each and every subject will be just only 35 or above 35. Right? And here we can just see here for each and every Boolean expression we are using here and indicates here two or more conditions which are placed. All have to be true, then only the result will be true. Right? If this particular condition or this particular Boolean expression is true, then this particular nested part will be executed. Think that if the particular student has failed in one subject or maybe two subjects or maybe in all the subject, in that case this part will not be executed directly. The else part, in else part again here we have the statement that is fail. Fail will be displayed in text box 10. Right? Okay. Think that right now the student has passed in all the subject. Again here comes out with the nesting of if then else if statement here. Then here comes out with again if statement. If average is greater than equals to 75, then what happens here? Distinction message will be displayed where? In text box 10. Correct? Right? Think that if it is below 75, then if this particular condition is false, then this will go for checking with else if average is greater than equals to 60, then what happens? The message will be what here? First class, and this first class will be displayed where? In text box 10. Right? If this particular condition or the Boolean expression becomes false, in that case this will go for checking with the third one, that is else if average is greater than equals to 50, in that case the message will be what here? Second class will be displayed where? In text box 10. Right? Okay. Next, if this particular expression or the condition remains false, then it will go for checking with else if average is greater than equals to 35, then the message is what? Pass will be displayed in text box 10. Right? Okay. Then this if statement will end with end if. Think that if the particular student has failed in one subject or maybe two subjects or maybe in all the subject, in that case this will go for the else part. In else part we have just only one statement here, that is fail will be displayed where? In text box 10. Right? And if statement will end with end if, and private sub will end with end subroutine. We have one more button here, exit button, which is mainly used to close the particular window or the application here. Just do double click on this one. This will go for private sub button 2. End is taken here, end sub and end the class. Right now we shall go for loading this particular form here. Then project window application properties. Then startup object, this is for the result. Right? Then close. Start debugging. Then enter the roll number. I just enter here roll number 1, name ABC. I just enter here 80, and then 90, and then 70, then 85, then 95, then click here, write distinction. Suppose if I just make here 60, then 60, then here also 60. Let's see what will be the result. Right? If the particular student has failed, right, then exit to close the window or the application. 4 things has to be followed while writing VB.NET programs during examination or in the book. The first one is of form design, or it can be a window design also. The second one is of writing the properties table. The third one is of writing the code as nothing but writing the program. And the last one is of output window has to be drawn. Thank you. Have a nice day. Keep watching the video series which are uploaded on the channel. Our next video also will be based on selection programs.